everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Savannah. This is where I talk about all my crafty stuff. That is what this channel is. It is a crafty channel, and I come here to show my progress of what I am working on. It's mostly knitting, but I also crochet. I do crochet. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I cross stitch. And then I do try other crafts here and there. And I just realized the dryer is still going. I'm sorry. So yeah. Oh, I'll also promote, I do have a small business. I hand dye yarns. These are what I have available for sale. These are all personal stash. So I do talk about that occasionally. Depends on what is going on. So yeah, I think I was going to say something and now I can't even remember. Let's go ahead. It is June 8th. June 8th at 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, I spent most of the day yesterday dyeing yarn for an order. I got a custom order in last Friday and I was able to dye it up yesterday, so that was nice. I do plan to dye some more today, which I'll have to talk about next video, just because I don't have it to show, and I'd like to show it before I actually talk about it. So there's that. All my social media links, which you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not very active on Facebook, but Instagram is where I'm most active. I do have a Ravelry and my website. It'll all be linked down below, so that you can easily find me. I will also link everything that I talk about here to the best of my ability of, remembering, down below as well, just so that if there's anything that you liked or you want to see more of, you can go and find that. Saturday. Woke up, was hoping it would be just like a normal chill day so that I could get a lot of progress done on some of my projects, because I'm hoping to get some of these done. Anyways, so sitting around just minding my own business. My husband gets up, because I do try to let him sleep in on Saturdays because it's kind of his only day to sleep in. He gets up and he hands me his tablet and he's like, "What do you think of these?" And it's two different vehicles. He's been trying to search for a used vehicle for me for a while now. I told him it was all up to him to do all the research. I hate car shopping, so I let him do all. I'm like, "You're doing everything. You're gonna find the vehicle. You're going to, obviously do all the negotiation for the, the financing." But honestly, I didn't want to go and look and be like, "Oh, well, what do you think of this car? What do you think of this car? What do you think of this one?" I didn't want to do that. So he hands me his tablet. He has two different vehicles pulled up from the same dealer, which is kind of nice. One was an Audi and one was a Traverse. So we were looking for an SUV for me. I know he had some requirements and I had some requirements, though mine were, I think, a lot less than his. Anyways, so I'm like, I look through the pictures and I'm like, these aren't bad. I think the Traverse was a 2009 and the Audi was a, you know what? I don't even remember what the Audi was. I don't. Either way, they were kind of in our price range. They were decent looking. So he's like, "How about we go look at them?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I suppose." So we get all ready to go and we get there and my husband's like, "Well, we're here to look at the Audi and the Traverse." And he's like, "Well, the salesman, sorry, I'm really bad at telling stories. The salesman says the Audi was sold weeks ago. They just cannot get it to they can't get the listing off the website. They just can't, it won't go away for some reason. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Traverse second, they're like, the Traverse's motor just blew up the other day. We can't sell it. And I'm like, oh, I was kind of happy. I'm like, wow, we dodged a bullet with that one, because I would have hated to buy that and then that happened to us. That would have sucked. So, you know, neither of those options were there. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess this was a bust. And then my husband's like, well, what do you have under this amount of money available in an SUV? So the guy's like, well, we have this, 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 and this. And I'm like, okay. So he pulls out the Jeep. I was like, let's look at the Jeep. I can't remember what kind of Jeep it was. It was not a Grand Cherokee. And it was not a Wrangler. I can't remember what kind it was. It was kind of more of the boxy style. I opened the door, looked at the dash, and I was like, you know, like the center console, and I'm like, I didn't like it. I opened up the trunk space, you know, like the hatch, the back, and it was tiny. Liv, my daughter, she went into the back seat and she's like, there's no room back here for my legs. So I'm like, yeah, this is not happening. I can't even remember what year it was, but the whole center console was very base, which is not, there's nothing wrong with a base model. It just felt like getting into my car, which my car that I've driven for the last 11 years is a Nissan Altima. It's my first car, and I've owned it for 11 years now. There was nothing wrong with this car. It's mostly just cosmetic from hail and, you know, crashing it through a fence or getting backed into, you know, kind of things. But that car has been very nice to me over these last 11 years. It's just a sedan, and it's only front wheel drive. My husband didn't want me to have a front wheel drive anymore. Anyways, so the base model, or the console of this Jeep, was very basic. It just had a regular like CD player radio, and that was pretty much it. So the next vehicle that they pull out is a Lincoln MKX. And I'm like, I know my husband is, every time I see a Lincoln on TV, like the commercials, I'm like, ooh, and my husband's like, no, Ford makes it. And my husband is very much against Ford vehicles. So he pulls out, the guy pulls the Lincoln around, and the whole time I'm like, should I look at this? Like, I'm asking my husband, I'm like, do you really want me to look at this? I know you said it's a Ford. Are you sure? This is something you want me, I'm like, don't let me look at it, because what if I love it? And he's like, no, it's okay. He's like, it's not for me, it's for you. And I'm like, okay, we'll look at it. It's black. It was very sunny on Saturday, so you could see that it actually has glitter, like rainbow sparkles in the paint, which was amazing. What else? It had everything, bells and whistles, had sunroof, like a double sunroof, like two. It didn't have third row, which is what my husband was hoping we could find as a third row vehicle. That's something that he wanted, but it did not have third row. It did not have captain's chairs in the back, obviously, because it didn't have third row, which is something that I was, if we got third row, was something I was looking for. I like the look of captain's chairs in the back. But the Traverse had all that, but the motor didn't work. So yeah, it was all leather on the inside, like a gold leather, but it was like black leather with like a gold, I don't know how to explain it. Very nice, very subtle. All the detail, it looked beautiful on the inside, and it was fancy, like super console. Like, it's got a lot of computers on the inside of it. It's got ambiance lighting. It's so fancy, and I was like, oh, I really like this. And so my husband's like, are you sure? And the whole time I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, again, it's okay, we can try it. So we test drove it. Luckily this dealership was just kind of like down the road from our house, so when we test drove it, we brought it back home to see if it would fit in the garage, because you wouldn't believe, this neighborhood is like super nice and high end, but all the garages here are very tiny. Unfortunately, like my husband's truck does not fit in the garage. So we wanted to make sure it fit in the garage, and it does. It's actually a little bit shorter than my Nissan, because when my husband pulled it into the garage, I'm like, there's plenty of room. This is crazy. And then I drove it back to the dealership, and I'm just like, this is really nice. It has heated seats, AC seats, heated steering wheel, all the stuff. Like, there's so much to it. So we get back to the dealership, and my husband's like, let's get it. And I was like, no way. I haven't gotten a new car in 11 years. It's not something I care to, you know, do every so often. I really don't like buying cars. I think it's like the worst process, apart from buying a house. Especially in this time when everything's going like this. So yeah, I got a Lincoln. I got an SUV. I got a Lincoln, and I haven't been able to drive it yet because I have nowhere to go. So yeah, I talked forever about that, but now I just need to make decals for my car. I've been looking into, you know, all sorts of things to kind of like decorate my vehicle. So here's a quick picture. It's not the best. My eyes were closed in it, but pictures of my new vehicle. I'm so excited. Now we just need to sell the Altima. We were gonna try to trade it in, but the dealership only wanted to give us like $250 for it. So, yeah, no. All right, let's go ahead and get into the crafty part, right? Right? You see this little dude right here? I know I talked about this in my first like knitting video in 2019. I think it was. But I thought I'd just mention it again since he's here, and I do have a few new subscribers. So this is Mr. Bean's teddy bear. This is the first thing I ever knit. When I was 18 years old, I found this pattern online, and I knit this guy up. And I'm amazed that I did it without YouTube, because this was before YouTube was a thing. Like, YouTube was not invented yet. I don't know how I figured out how to make one left, make one right, decrease things. I do remember that it's all paneled, like it's all pieces that you seam together. I remember making this first panel and not realizing how to count my rows. So I think the first time he was like twice as long because I didn't know how to count. It's all garter stitch, so it's pretty easy, I guess, for a beginner, but still, I'm amazed that I did this. And I still have him 18 years later. He is definitely worn, but it's my first knitting project ever. I can't believe it. I did it all on straight needles too. Like, I can't believe I did this. I did make him this little scarf because his head does flop around, but yeah, isn't that crazy? That's my first knitting project. I pulled him out the other day because I showed a friend of mine. I was showing her my yarn space. And so yeah. Okay. Other things. Let's go ahead. We're going to start with socks today. So I have a pair of vanilla socks on the needles that I'm just knitting for fun. They are, the yarn I'm using is called Zauberball Crazy. And this is the wallpaper change color. I'm not going to try to say it in German because everything on that tag is in German. This is what it looks like. And this is as far as I got. This is just sock number 1. So I took this over, I think I told you, I took this over to a friend's house for Memorial Day, and I just knit. And I haven't done much since, but I did put in these so that I could tell where I'm going to cut my heel in, which is right here. I wanted a nice long leg this time, to show off this yarn, you know, this nice yarn. No orange. Oh. This yarn is, the tag is weird. So it says that it is 75% superwash, and 25% polyamide, but then it also says 75% virgin wool and 25% nylon. So I'm wondering if it's the twists. Like each yarn is different. Oh, this one's not, you're not gonna be able to see that on that. But as you can see, it looks marled. That's because the yarn is twisted. There's two different colors. So I'm wondering if one is like superwash and one is just virgin wool. It does feel a little bit more rustic, not a lot, just a little. You know, just more woolly. Anyways, I haven't got much. Maybe I didn't get anything done since last week. I don't know. Summer Sock Camp by Crazy Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady started this month, and unfortunately that does not count because I started it before June 1st. So I kind of put that on the back burner so that I could also start my June socks for the Rainbow Socks Chronicles, which this also counts towards Summer Sock Camp. But I do need these needles so that I could start other socks for Summer Sock Camp. I don't know, it's crazy. So let me go ahead and show you my June socks. These ones I started June 1st, which I don't remember what day. What was June 1st? Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? So I did start these. I got one sock almost done. Almost done. So it's the patent Croy socks. This yarn it's quick for me. This one is called Turquoise Stripes, Turquoise Jacquard. That's what it's called. And so I knit this up. I did all my little thingies. So this is where my heel will go, right here. I'll cut in a heel here. And this is where my toe's gonna go. But as you can see, I have this cut. I don't have a heel or a toe in it. That's because this is all that I have left. You see that? That's pretty empty. That's all I have left. I'm pretty much playing yarn chicken. I'm going to knit this to match it, hopefully match it to this one lengthwise. And I'm going to have to substitute a color in. I mean, hopefully I don't have to find orange. That is not, oh my gosh, let go. Oh my God. He's gonna get in big trouble in just a minute. He's a brat. I'm hoping I don't have to try to find another one of these. I went to Joann's the other day. They didn't have anything. They didn't have anything in the Patents Croy. I do need to check Michael's, maybe Hobby Lobby for this color. If I run out before I can finish. I don't know. I did pull a few scraps, which I'm going to hold up to this and see. I wanted to see myself. So this is something I dyed. I don't know about that. I was hoping I could find something like this color, which is a dark blue. It looks kind of black, but it's blue. I do have this Croy pattern in, this might work. What is this? Just Gentry Gray. It's just a charcoal color. This could work for heels and toes. I have this gray one. I don't know. I'm thinking I would want to use a Croy's though because of the yarn thickness. They're both, it's fingering weight. Okay, sorry. Before I had to move my cat because he kept going after that or my stitch marker, and he was putting his nails into my leg and it didn't feel good. So this is a 75% washable wool and 25% nylon, but it does feel thicker than normal 75-25 that I like hand dye and stuff like that. It just feels more rustic, thicker. So I don't think I want to add one of these, like this one. No, I'll probably end up going with this for heels and toes if I have enough to finish this sock. So we'll see. I'm going to knit on this today because today is Tuesday. Tuesdays are sock days. Tuesdays, Thursdays are sock days. Wednesdays are shawls. And Mondays and Fridays are sweaters. I try to make Sundays Scrappy Sunday, but it has not been working out these last couple of weeks. Sundays. I've just been focusing more on getting things finished, kind of thing. Okay, next my shawl. My shawl is the Hongdae shawl by Ashley Wemp. Looks like this. It's mosaic, and I have finished this section and this V here, and then I have added in this section here. So I'm on section 2. Just finished part 1 of section 2. And then I could have continued on and started the next mosaic portion, but my mind was not ready that last Wednesday. What is this and where did this come from? I don't know where this came from. Oh well, it's just gonna stay in there. All right, let me get this. Oop. Let's get this all figured out. It's kind of funky. So this is where I'm at. So like I said, I just added in this right here. So that's where I was last time. I was just finishing up section 1. And then I put this side on well, it says put it on waist yarn, but I put it on a cable and just put some stoppers on. And then I just continue to go on this side for how long it said. And then next will be a mosaic, another one of these on this side. And like I said, I just wasn't mentally there to figure it out, because it is a bit much to get your head, my head to wrap around the reading the chart and the way it's written out. Let's see here. Plus I have to switch to the larger needles. But it says like I'm going to do row 17 and 18, and then 19 through 32 is repeating, rows 3 through 16, and then of this chart right there, which don't pause that. I mean, it's not much of anything anyways, but that, and it's just, you got to repeat those rows, and then 33 through 48 is repeated again another 15 times, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of repeating, and I just need to get my head back into the game, because last time I wrote it like this for the first bit, and I could understand what the heck I was doing there. So I just need to kind of, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? My yarn I'm using for this project is a Sewlivi dyes yarn, my yarn. This is 2 of the color of the month, the Laura Olympus color of the month. This one's January and this one's February. So it's Persephone and Hades. They don't contrast very well, unfortunately. So this pattern is not looking as, you can't see the detail pattern in there as well as I would hope, but I still love the colors. They go really well together, and it'll match my Laura Olympus t-shirt really well. So yep, so tomorrow hopefully I can actually get it going, just get everything set up, get it going, and then once I get going it won't be too difficult. I think it's just getting set up is difficult. All right, next, this is a long video, I'm sorry guys. Next is my summer sorrel sweater. And this one is by Wool and Pine. I'm sure well, I know a lot of people are doing this right now, so you might see, you know, other people working on this. And I've gotten a decent amount of progress, I think. About an inch, no, maybe an inch and a half, closer to 2 inches of progress. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this the right way. So that's where I'm at. This is where I was the last time you saw it. Right here, up here, not. So I'll have to move that down. And yeah, faded in. I'm almost complete with fading in to the second color. So I got a few more rounds of alternating the colors, and then it'll be on to the second color. So this is where I'm at. I don't know what else to really say about it. I have a lot of doohickeys on here. So this is Progress Keeper to show you guys. Beginning of round marker. And then because it's really difficult to tell between what's the front and the back, because I've already woven in my my cast on tail. I mean, so it's over to the side. So I kind of put this where I think the middle back is. So I got a lot going on this thing. So yeah, I'm getting closer to being able to just switch to the second color. Oh, my colors, I'm not going to pull them out, so hopefully you can see them. These are all Spectacular Yarns. Spectacular Yarns yarn, and they are the twist sock base, which is 80% superwash merino wool, 20% nylon. Yeah, they're 2-ply high twist, which is it's super nice to work with. And they're all Advent colors. So let's see here. I believe this top color, this one right here, I believe that one's Advent number 22. Yes, I wrote it here. And then the second color, which is this like medium green brown, this one is Advent number 13. And then I will fade it down into this brown, which is Advent number 9. These are really pretty colors. So yep, but this one isn't as a focus as this one I'm about to show you, because this one I'm about to show you is almost done. I'm hoping today. Honestly, I doubt it, but today would be nice. So this one is my Pride Yolk sweater. I want to finish it today because it's June, Pride Month. Pride Yolk. It's by Knits and Knots, and you can find her at all those social media links. So it is just a rainbow striped yoke sweater. It does have long sleeves, but I'm making mine into short sleeves because I like the way this looked, even though this is an unfinished product. I'm going to do short sleeves on mine. It is all knit using it called for Lion Brand Trubu, but I decided to use Lion Brand Kobu for the main color, and then the stripes are just in Trubu. So it's all cotton bamboo, which is really nice. The Lion Brand Kobu, super nice. It's 100 grams for 232 yards. It says light size 3, so I'm assuming that means DK, right? I can't remember. 4 is worsted, 1 is fingering, so I think 3 is DK. It's 51% cotton and 49% rayon from bamboo. So it's really soft and silky feeling. So it's gonna be really nice to wear. So let me show you my progress. So this is where I was when I showed you last week, and this is how much I've done, which is really good. I've been actually doing 30 minutes a day. So 30 minutes a day for the last week. I think I maybe started this 30 minutes thing before I showed you last week. But these are all my 30 minutes a day. Between the blue and the gold was actually Sunday. I took it to church. I was hoping to get a little bit more done than what I have here, because that was longer than 30 minutes. But I must have been distracted or something. So yeah, and then this, the gold until here was just yesterday, because I would pick this up during dyeing, while waiting for the dye to exhaust on the yarn. I'd go sit down and knit a little bit. So I got a decent amount done last night. Well, yesterday, I should say. So Sunday, I was kind of hoping to get this done, or at least really close to done, so that I could have finished it on Monday. But Sunday after church, we came home and we just kind of got busy. We cleaned out the Ultima. We did not get a chance to wash it so that my husband could take pictures, but the interior is cleaned out of everything. It just needs a good vacuum. And then after that, we had pizza with my father-in-law. I did some laundry, and then we had to run to Costco for some groceries, and then we ran to Target. And then by that time it was evening. We sat down. Oh, and then my husband had to watch the stinking Jake Paul Floyd Mayweather boxing match, and that was annoying. But anyways, I'd hoped that I would have had time on Sunday, but I did not have time Sunday. And then so hopefully, I think I am about an inch away from finishing, or well, an inch away from the bottom ribbing, and then the ribbing is only an inch. And then I have to determine how much I want to do here for the sleeves. I might just do a couple rounds so I can pick up everything and then go right into the ribbing for the sleeves. That might be it, honestly. We'll see what I can do. I know my kids want to go to the dollar store today, which I don't know. We'll see. Plus, I wanted to dye some more yarn. I'm really close, guys. Really close. Let's go ahead and move this then. And get this guy off the needles so I can start something new. And then obviously focus on the summer sorrel. Sorrel. Sorry, it's hard to clip. It's hard to clip things on. You can see that. Ugh. All right. Oh, and this is also going to take forever to dry when I wash it because it's cotton. Yeah. Almost done. All right, that's it for knitting. I do have my cross stitch piece I figured I would show real quick because I think this is more than what I had last time. I don't even know if I showed this in my last video. I feel like I did. If I did, I'm real sorry about that this is going to be shown again. I was kind of hoping I'd have this finished by this video, but I just haven't touched it since. It's going to be... So it's called Knitting Girl. It's by Little Room in the Attic. And I got all the back stitching on the sheep yarn ball thing finished. And I have her legs finished. And I just need to get her dress finished. And then up into her hair. And then she'll be done. Yeah. I need to just get working on her again. I apologize. But yeah, I'd like to get this finished too. So it's just a matter of you know, working on it. Oop, I forgot to put all these back in the bags. That's okay. All right, lastly, I did get a little bit of haul, but it's not like fiber haul. I got 3D printed haul. So I got this stuff, and this is all from Teresa Eller's Fiber Arts. That's not going to focus. Teresa Eller's Fiber Arts. So there's a website. She doesn't have it listed on here, but I'll link it down below. I got these bits for my nano, my eel wheel nano. Look. So I also got these yarn guides. So the ones that come on the machine when you buy it are these little doohickeys. So these come on the bars, and you're supposed to put your yarn through the little circle thing. Well, when I did it, every time I tried to spin yarn, it would get caught on these, and then it's just not working. So everybody that I talked to on the Eel Wheel Nano, well, just the Eel Wheel Spinner Facebook group, all mentioned getting new yarn guides. So somebody linked this Teresa Eller's Fiber Arts, and so I ordered some. I got neon green because that just seems to be my color lately. So I got these really nice ones, and they help because, as you can see, I have spun some yarn. It's not perfect. I think it's really underspun as well. It's not very tightly spun, and it's not consistent. I'm just doing as I can. So I believe I showed in a previous video that I got some roving from Knit Picks a couple weeks back, just undyed, to practice spinning so that I wouldn't worry about ruining my nice stuff. Well, that stuff, even after all these changes, did not want to spin very well at all. And I don't know if it's because it's Peruvian wool or whatnot. So I decided to grab out my, this one is a merino wool. It's called Bermuda, and it's by paradisefibers.com. I got this out and decided to try spinning in it, and it worked a lot better. I just need to, you know, practice some more to get it better. But yes, there's definitely some areas that are not spun, like barely spun at all. And then I was struggling last night at this part where it kind of overspun and it wasn't uptaking anymore. But look, can you see, look how tiny it is there? And then, so yeah, I'm kind of working with it. So I have this. This is actually supposed to hold like a battery pack, but I'm going to have to figure out what battery pack is going to actually fit in here. And then you just screw that on. It comes with screws so you can attach it like such. And then this is just a base that you can put this guy into so that you can attach this to like a tabletop or whatever you need to. So you buy all these pieces separately. And again, you can choose whatever color you want. I decided I wanted to match all that. My bobbin came with the machine, but you can get 3D printed bobbins as well. So I might order some of those so that I can get some neon and black bobbins to match, because I just think that looks fun. I did put some of this M3 Velcro so that I just have it kind of like Velcro down to my table for right now. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. I also got myself a switch, an on and off switch. I found just struggling. Found this guy. He has two USB ends, so a female and a male end, and it just has a on-off switch. So I have it plugged into this for now, just a nice supercharged outlet. And then this one goes into the machine, because it just has one of these doohickeys. Sorry, it's just accidentally pulling on all the wires. So yeah, that's been helpful too, having the switch instead of having to adjust. It's not really an on and off button, but you have your speed dial. If you turn all the way down, it just stops spinning. And then you have your Z twist and your S twist. If you put it in the middle, it's kind of like off. But it's kind of annoying to have to, you know, turn all this stuff when you want to stop for a minute. So I just use my little thingy. I also put these beads on here to help me know which tension bit I'm on. But I'm still having to adjust it occasionally. So we'll see. Still not perfect at it, but I'm trying. Okay. I think that's it, guys. That's it. I'm hoping to get this sweater done today. If not today, then it'll be tomorrow. Get these socks done so that I can start a new pair of socks for the summer sock camp. And then obviously all the dyeing that I plan to do in the next week or so, because on the 15th, which is next week, I will be closing the Lore Olympus color of the month for June and then dyeing those up. I plan to dye yarn for a project for myself. I'm using May's colorway from the Lore Olympus color of the month. And yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. Get your head out of there. Just a lot of stuff going on. Oh, also, I was thinking, once this was done, I was debating on my 30 minutes a day being that sweater, because all I have left are sleeves, and I need to get it done. Not that I can wear it right now. It's a big worsted weight sweater. That's only for the winter time, pretty much. But that needs to get done. So maybe that'll become my 30 minutes a day knitting, which has been really nice doing that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of like jabbering on. I will see you guys next week with all new progress on things. And yeah, I hope you have a great week. Bye.